And welcome back, everyone, to part 8 of What If Naruto Had One for All. I always have to do that in my head. I always have to stop and go, one for all, because it's going to come out one for all for one otherwise, because all for one just rolls off the tongue easier. But last time on Naruto What If, we kind of skirted through the last episode, I admit. I started feeling kind of crappy during the last episode. I think I just hadn't eaten enough during the day, and I took a shower afterwards, and I was feeling fine afterwards. But we went through the Tsunade retrieval arc. Not a lot happened there. Naruto learned a Rasengan and can manage a one-handed Rasengan, albeit he does need to aid a Black Whip to do so. But the fact that Black Whip is basically just energy, that means he can pretty much do it without difficulty. And we left with Tsunade taking up the mantle of the 5th Hokage. Naruto returns to the village. They awaken Sasuke and Kakashi. She's examining Lee. One of the other things, though, she would do, though, is examine All Might when she gets the chance. Now, I don't think All Might happens immediately when she gets back, but I think probably during the 3-year time skip, at least, she would take a look at All Might after meeting him and taking over his duties as the 10th Hokage. So it's very good to meet you. I look forward to giving you all this work. I'm not looking forward to that. And so there's that. Should note, I did not bring this up in the last chapter, but Orochimaru did, like I said previously, did lose more of his soul here than he did in the original. In the original, it was his arms. It's just his arms were gone. Here, it's like his arms and a lot of his lungs are gone. Like the majority of his chest is gone. He could have theoretically lost all of this if he wasn't careful. And so, even though I think he had enough energy in the tank and enough ability to go and ask Tsunade for help, which, by the way, I'm not even sure she would have been able to help when you think about it. His arms were like that way because the part of his soul that his arms were connected to was gone. So there's not really much to do. I just don't think there's much she could have done. But regardless, because of this, he immediately, when they got back to his base, had to get him a new body. And so he's already has his new body. He's already breaking that body in for the recovery period, all that. But technically speaking, Orochimaru at this point is a them. They're not any specific gender. They're now all of them. But Orochimaru, generally speaking, started out as a guy and is generally depicted in the form of a guy. So I usually say he when I refer to Orochimaru. But he still does send the Sound 4 after Sasuke, because he knows that in order for over the next course of 3 years, in order for him to get Sasuke, he's going to need to get Sasuke a curse mark. Or at the very minimum, he's going to have Sasuke under his possession. And so he sends the Sound 4 out to either persuade Sasuke to join them or to take him by force. But that's not what we're focusing on right at the moment. What we are focusing on is Sasuke. Now, luckily, as I said, Sasuke doesn't have a curse mark, so he is lacking the influence of it on his psyche, on his soul. There is no corruption going on from the curse mark in Sasuke. But that doesn't mean he takes the loss he had at Itachi and the fact that Itachi just doesn't care about him apparently right now. Doesn't take that very well. And on the fact that he wants Naruto. Naruto has demonstrated a lot of increase in his strength. And as Kakashi basically puts it, compared to Naruto, he must feel like he's standing still. Like, that's basically it. So Sakura and Naruto both show up. Naruto makes a dumb comment, and she does smack him in the head. Although Naruto gets like a pain in his head, too, when she does, like, what the, Sakura, why? He does get a sensation for some reason. He's not sure what it was, but he gets a sensation. Hint, hint, if you're paying attention, folks. It won't really play a factor until later anyway, so don't worry. But little hints are fun. Sasuke eventually, though, does look at Naruto when Sakura hands him the apple. Now, luckily, it's not that hate glare that Sasuke gave him, but it is still a very hard glare, like, Naruto. Like, he looks at Sakura, like, and luckily, he doesn't smack the apple out of her hand like a jackass. But he doesn't, he said just kind of bypasses Sakura and looks at Naruto. And who's kind of on the ground at the moment, just kind of sits back up, ow, and just looks like, Naruto, I want you to fight me. I want you to fight me right now. It's like, what? You just got patched up by Tsunade. What's your problem? What are you talking about? You were so eager to fight me earlier. Now you're chickening out, and Naruto's kind of does get a little just, what? What'd you say? Oh, so what? You don't want to fight anymore? Afraid you'll lose? Naruto, though, surprisingly, is able to kind of just stop and say, what? And Naruto finally looks at him and just, what is this about? You don't have to prove anything to me, Sasuke. I know you're strong. What the hell? And don't just ignore Sakura's here too. Don't just ignore her. What's this about? And he just looks at her and he kind of backs up a little bit because he realizes, and I mean metaphorically, he's in a bed. He kind of backs up a little bit metaphorically and just it takes a breath. Look, I know you've gotten strong, Naruto, and it pains me to it, and I hate I'm saying this out loud, but you probably have even surpassed me at this point. I went up against Itachi. I couldn't do a damn thing. He one-shotted me. I'm nowhere near the strength I need to stop him, to revenge my clan. I need to know where I stand against someone he is interested in. He was interested in you. You still haven't told us why, or you never said why he was interested in you. Why was he? And Naruto thinks on that. It's like, I can't just, they're my teammates, they're my friends. I should tell them. And Bancho and, oh wow, why am I blanking on All Might Sensei's name? Wow, I'm Banjo and why am I blanking on her name? I knew it in the last video. Nana. Nana are kind of like debating. Like, it's your secret, kid. We can only tell you that secrets have their to keep and to tell. So you got to make that choice. And Naruto, he thinks that maybe I should ask Kakashi Sensei. And if Kakashi Sensei thinks it's all right, and so, but at the meantime, he just look. It's something I want to tell you. You guys are my teammates. You're my friends. I want to tell you that. I need to talk. I need to be sure it's okay to tell you that before I tell you that. I don't want to risk you guys or get you guys in trouble. And they're both a little surprised by that, but Sasuke rebuttals with fine. But I want to fight you, Naruto. I need to test myself. I need to prove myself. I need to see just how far I need to go. And Naruto just looks at him and goes, all right, fine. But we're gonna wait until you're recovered. I don't want any excuses about you losing. And Sasuke kind of like goes, fine, but I'm fine right now. We'll have the nurse decide that. And the nurse comes in, and luckily Sasuke, by all accounts, was good to go. So they agree. Kakashi even shows up, and Kakashi and Kakashi says, "Oh, what's going on? You guys gonna have a spar?" It's like something like that. Sakura's a little concerned, and they both look at her and says, "Don't worry, we're not gonna kill each other, Sakura, but something Sasuke needs to do." And Kakashi obviously knows what happened, so he kind of just looks over and says, very well, but I'll step in if it gets too serious. Kakashi says, there's something and before they go, Naruto pulls him aside. There's something I need to ask you. In private real quick. And he pulls him aside, and I think I need to tell them. You tell them? And to which Kakashi doesn't immediately have the idea what Naruto's talking about. Because I think he honestly forgets sometimes. And that's my headcanon, by the way, that he forgets sometimes that Naruto knows he has the Nine-Tailed Fox in him. Why those guys are after me, why I'm different, why everyone shunned me. And now Kakashi understands. And he says it's an S-rank secret. Yeah, an S-rank secret that everyone seems to know about for some reason. To which, yeah, Kakashi doesn't have a good firm answer to that. Like, it is supposed to be a secret, and yet everyone seemed to know. We know it's because of Danzo. And so Kakashi just looks at him. It's your secret to tell, Naruto. It's seeing as you're the one who keeps it. I suppose there's nothing wrong with you telling them. And so he goes, but Naruto goes to take his position. He'll tell them afterwards. That secret we want to know. Let's see who wins, and then I'll tell you. It's like, fine. And they square off, get ready, and they begin. And Naruto isn't going to go all out from the get. He's maybe going at about 10% of his 20. Right now, 20 is right where Naruto's safe max is. The more he acclimates to the 20, the more he can kind of do it without feeling like strain on his body. He can do the 20, though. And so Naruto's at around 10, rushes in. And as I said before, as I was using Lee as a comparison, the percentages you unlock, those percentages on their own increase. Like, the 1% Naruto uses now is stronger than the 1% Naruto used in the beginning because Naruto has continued to train and get stronger. So physically even. So that 1%, so his 10% has increased from there. But Sasuke is probably equivalent to that because he was faster than Lee without the weights off anyway, because he had to be to use the Chidori. And so they're in immediate hand-to-hand combat. Naruto's pushing him, but Sasuke's pushing back. Sasuke activates his Sharingan, is immediately taking the edge before Naruto goes into 15% and blows him back with a gust of air. Sasuke laughs like, "Is that the best you got?" And Naruto throws another wind blast for Sasuke's like, "Fire style, fireball jutsu!" And wind feels fire, even though Naruto's gusts are powerful. There's chakra involved in Sasuke's attack. So the fireball overtakes the wind. It gets empowered, gets bigger. Naruto's like, crap, and then just basically blasts himself up into the air where he's floating in midair, to which Sasuke's was like, "How the hell are you floating?" It's like, "A little trick I picked up, Sasuke." Now then, he just kind of kicks the air a little bit to do a float, and comes in, or do a, I guess, flying. He comes in with a punch. Sasuke's array, though, with some ninja wire, grabs Naruto's hand, only for Naruto's black whip to come out and grab him by the hand. They come in and just clash, and just boom, crack each other straight in the jaw. Only Naruto, even though his speed is maybe only just a little faster than Sasuke's, or mildly faster, he's only at 15%, so he is ultimately faster. His strength far exceeds Sasuke. So Sasuke gets cracked in the jaw. Let's go with the ninja wire. Naruto then grabs the black whip, only for Sasuke to instinctively just activate Chidori. And Naruto pulls him in. Kakashi's about to step in the way before Naruto is about to step in the middle of the fight. Naruto activates his Rasengan using the existing energy from Black Whip to just form the ball. And they're about to clash for Kakashi's like, that's enough. And they go clashing. It's like, come on, we weren't gonna. I think you both know you guys were going a little too hard there. Fine, I guess you're right. I don't know what you're worried about, Sasuke. You were pushing me pretty hard. To which Sasuke just kind of gets up. He's actually impressed at how well he did, but he could tell, it's like, we both know. Come on, Naruto. We both know you still were holding back. All right, maybe I wasn't going all out. If I go all out, I'll literally break every bone in my body, and I can't go all out. Besides, there's a few moves I'm not going to use on a friend, no matter how much they ask. How much are you holding back? To which Naruto pauses and looks at Kakashi, and to which Kakashi just nods and says, "It's your choice to tell him." And Naruto kind of gets a little bit more somber and just looks and just stops and thinks like, "Okay, you want to know why your brother and that guy were after me? This is why." And tells them, "I am the container of the nine-tailed fox. What happened there?" And Sakura's shocked, and Sasuke's eyes are like wide open. It's like, what the hell? And it's like, so yeah, like, look, I've spent my whole life being hated. So if you guys hate me, so be it. I don't want you to hate me. You're my teammates. I consider you my friends, but I can't change how you feel. And then surprisingly, he's like, ooh. I was like, what? And there's Sakura wrapping him in a big hug. She's like, "I'm so sorry." And she's actually crying. "I'm so sorry for how I treated you and all that. All you did, you were so," and she realizes now Naruto's just been lonely this whole time. He's never had because Naruto probably wouldn't go through every little bit of his backstory, but he would definitely say, "I had no friends because this and all that." And Sakura realized that even though he's been annoying, he's just wanted friends. That's all. He's wanted people in his life. And Naruto's blushing a little bit from being hugged by his crush. But he's also like, it's all right. No, I don't blame you. And to which Sasuke kind of gets up there too. He's like, look. No, and Sasuke, no longer being an ass, like, there's no hard feelings, man. And it's like, I understand it. I'm going to make sure that no one, you're my friends, you're my team, and you're my friends too. You're the thing I have left, the family. I'm not going to lose you, especially the guy who took my family. And Kakashi's kind of like eyes smiling, like they're actually legitimately happy. It's like, well, how about that? And so why don't I treat you all to a bit of lunch for this great little bit of money? He's like, yeah, lunch. And so they have lunch. And after the lunch, they actually Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura decide, you know what? Why don't we do some training at my place? Says Sasuke, because he does have a clan compound still technically. Although it's possible he lives on his own, even though he's the last of the clan, Uchiha clan. It's possible that because he's the only one there, because we never actually see in the anime, I think, or in the manga, where Sasuke actually lived at that time. I think he still lives in the clan compound, though. Although, to be fair, maybe he moved out, because would you want to be living in the place where your entire family was butchered in front of your eyes? I think not. I don't know. Let me know if you know where he was actually living. I don't actually know where he was living. And I know he doesn't live in this clan compound in Boruto. Because he's out of the village a lot. Sakura and Sarada live in the house. I know that because in the little in between manga, like what was it, Gaiden, between Naruto and Boruto, when we meet a little bit of what's going on, Sakura accidentally destroys her house. So they don't live in the Uchiha clan compound. So, point being, they're training at Sasuke's. They're all huffing and puffing, and they, they're and kind of like, drinking some water, stuff like that. Actually having a good time training and actually trying to figure out ways to use their powers in conjunction with each other. Because that's something I don't think is ever brought up. They don't utilize their strengths with each other very much. They're just basically a combat team, more or less. With some varying other purposes too. Naruto's clones are great for scouting. Sasuke's eyes can see like genjutsu and chakra. Sakura's very analytical, so together they can do a lot of things. In fact, that's what Team 7's purpose, I believe, is actually supposed to be, is an all-around team. Team Guys is a frontline team, we know that. Kurenai's team 8 is a tracking team. Team 10, Azuma's team, I can't remember what their purposes. I believe they're a support team is what they're supposed to be. But they can aid in tracking as well. Like Ino, for example, can use mind transfer jutsu to like insert something to a bird or something. So we know they can be used for tracking, but I believe they're used for like a support team, and they're supposed to be used in conjunction together. Hence the Inishika Cho. But yeah, Team 7's actual purpose as a team is, I don't believe is ever outright stated, but I believe it's supposed to be just like a all-around team with closer to frontline capabilities. It's night. They're all kind of like, you're getting ready. They're huffing and puffing. They're getting ready to go home. They're talking over the day, and Sasuke actually feels like there's a weight lifted off his shoulder as well, knowing what Naruto's gone through, and he can feel himself improving too. And Naruto and Sakura are both happy. Naruto's just happy that they accept him. He also feels like that weight's off his shoulder. Then he gets that pain in his head again. It's like, what? It's like, well, look at what we have here, boys and girls. We came for one, and we found three. And there's the Sound Force sitting on the gate of the roof of Sasuke's compound. We're gonna say he lives in the compound for this one. Compound. And there's like, who are they? According looking based on their headbands, they're Sound Ninja. Sound Ninja. Again, I thought we got rid of those guys. Well, we'll give you one chance. Leave now and let us have Sasuke, and we'll let you live, at least for a little while longer. I don't know. What do you want with Sasuke? Our Lord Orochimaru just wants to meet him and give him a great gift. That's all he wants. And we just ask that he come with us. It's as simple as that. Of course, if you get in our way, and we're under no obligation to keep you alive, we'll have to kill you. And Sakon and Jirobo, or should we? No, he's Jirobo. That's right. Again, Jirobo, Jidambo. I do that all the time, but he's Jirobo. It's like, no, I mean, we could have a little fun here, which Kitamaro does kind of pipe up. It's like, look, if we get too busy around here, that's going to bring the Jonin, Anbu, and even Kage on our asses. And we don't need that right now. We came to get Sasuke. We're here. They don't know we're here yet. So let's just do this. Fine. But I at least want the blonde one. I can tell he's got a lot of tasty chakra. That's like, well, then fine. Just help yourself, Fatso. Don't call me Fatso, you bitch. That's enough. Look, we're not here to start anything, Sasuke, but you can come willingly, or we can take you by force. Those are our orders. And to which Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke are like, this isn't good. Can we take these guys? And he's got his Sharingan already activated. Naruto's, again, he's just kind of clutching. He's like, oh, damn, I don't like this. What is this? Now, granted, should note it's Danger Sense, obviously. It's acting a little differently than how it does in the manga here, where in the manga, it's sensing the attack coming. that's not actually what this is not how it actually acts. I just like the fact that because he's only kind of just awakening, it's kind of just going haywire a little bit right now. But they're looking at each other. They're looking at Sasuke. What's it going to be, Sasuke? We can do this the easy way. And he's got some of his metal webbing up. We can do this the hard way. Head to which Sasuke finally, Sasuke's getting ready and goes to his fire style, fireball jutsu. And unfortunately, this would not be enough to call the Anbu because they had been training there prior, and I'm sure they've been throwing a couple fireballs out there. So it's into the night. This isn't going to immediately bring the Anbu out, or Anbu up, or there, I guess is the right terminology. And they get out of the way of the fire style. It's like, fine, I got the kid. Sakura, get out of here! And Naruto kicks, hits, pushes, whatever you want to call it. Sakura, only to be just get stuck in there. I think it's just called the Earth Dome Jutsu. And it's like, hey, it's like, let go of Naruto. Where are you? It's like, where do you think you're going? And Tayuya obviously has her flute out. I can't do a flute sound, but I can't do a to which Sakura immediately finds herself kind of stuck in a genjutsu. She's like, what? It's like, you're not going anywhere. Now, keep in mind that they're not being stupid here. The Earth Dome, all that, like, those could make noise and all that, but because Sasuke was going to use the fire style, and because a lot of them are very intelligent, they would figure out, okay, we can't overdo it, but we can definitely use some of our abilities. Tayuya's not going to be summoning the giant Oni. That's not happening. That's going to be causing way too much of a ruckus. Meanwhile, Sakan, Ukan, and Kitamaro are going after Sasuke, who was able to avoid Kitamaru's webbing. Sakan and Ukan are coming in, and those multiple limbs are definitely posing a problem for Sasuke. But he's doing his best to keep out of it. He suddenly activates the Chidori and nearly tags them. In fact, does put a nice gash into. I think we're going to say it's Sakura who's in control. I can never remember who's in control, who's not. I think probably rotate, to be honest. And just kind of almost right through him. And Kitamaro, he immediately comes in, charges at Kitamaro, taking off one of his arms. He's like, damn it. This kid's pretty good. I can see why Orochimaru likes him. But can you keep up with this? And he activates the first stage of the curse word. They can't go much beyond that without risking others. Meanwhile, Sakura just gets out of the genjutsu and immediately comes in throwing kunai at Tayuya. Tayuya throws up another genjutsu. Sakura resists the genjutsu and then puts a genjutsu on Tayuya, who immediately figures that out as well and quickly breaks out of it, only for her to get a nice crack in the jaw and just because Sakura, while not having the best taijutsu skills, someone in the comments brought that up, has trained in the physicality of it and can still deliver one hell of a punch. And she's at least mildly passable now. Meanwhile, Jiro's like, oh, this kid's got a lot of chakra. I'm going to enjoy eating on. It's like, what? All of a sudden, it's like, where the hell did he go? It goes, and all of a sudden, multiple clones are right above him. Just like, where do you think? And he suddenly gets grabbed by multiple dragons. The clones lift him up in the air, just crater him. It's like, activating his curse mark, you little brat. And Sakura and Tayuya are duking out on the other side of them. He throws the boulder up. Naruto comes in, boom, crushes through before him and Jirobo just clash physically. And Jirobo's someone whose physical strength is very high, especially if he were to go into second curse state. You're talking about a guy who literally lifted Choji in his giant form. So that's a lot of power, physically speaking. So they clash. Naruto's even like, this guy's strong. Jirobo thinks the kid's not bad, but grabs him, throws Naruto, who catches himself, grabs Tayuya. It's like, no, Sakura, switch. Grabs Tayuya, kind of throws Tayuya at Jirobo. Crashes into him. And she's got her curse mark activated as well. Let go of me, you fat ass. It's like, we gotta do something. To which they quickly look, see Sasuke struggling. Sakura says, I got these two. Go. You sure? Just go, Naruto. I got this. Naruto just nods. Sasuke, meanwhile, is in trouble because he's like, all right, time for us to pack this up. He's like, on your right. All of a sudden, Naruto rushes in, nearly clocks them, but then just blasts them back with a gust of air through like a, kind of like a hidden fist. Just, what took you so long, Dweeb? Waiting on you, duck ass. Which duck butt. That's what the joke is. Sasuke's hair looks like a duck's ass. It's like, this is the Nine Tails, Brad. I knew he's going to be trouble. And they're both kind of tired. Naruto's obviously got a lot of chakra, but that doesn't mean he's got the physicality and stamina to keep doing all this all the time, even with One for All. Naruto, they're just kind of like, we need to do something. I got an idea, but it's going to take it's going to take a lot of my energy out of here. I'm game. And say, you're game. You'll be dead. And then Sakon basically goes after Naruto, whereas Kidomaru's going after Sasuke. Meanwhile, Sakura is basically trying to get a hold of Tayuya, trying to put Tayuya and Jirobo into Genjutsu. But they're having trouble because both have good chakra control, particularly Tayuya, who is also a Genjutsu user. Should note something. I don't know if it's ever confirmed or not. I don't believe it is that individuals with curse marks are immune to Genjutsu because they have a secondary chakra network or chakra source flowing through their veins to disrupt their chakra. It would make sense if they were. It would make sense that or at the very minimum, that they could resist Genjutsu. And that the level of Genjutsu they could resist is just dependent on their own chakra versus the opponent's chakra. But I don't believe it's ever confirmed. I will say this. It would probably take a strong Genjutsu to really get a hold of them. And it's like, to which finally Tayuya and Jirobo are looking at Sakura, who is not doing well. Like, she has the lowest chakra reserves, even if they have increased over time, of all of them. So she's not doing the best. And physically, she can only do so much. And Jirobo's kind of laughing. You really think you can kill us, girl? Tayuya then shows up. I bet you've never taken a life in your. I've never taken one single. Or sorry, I bet you never drawn blood once in your life, girl, let alone taken one. It's you're no ninja. You're not worthy to be a ninja, Genny. You're not even worthy to be a ninja. We're just doing. In fact, we're going to do you a favor and put you out of your misery. To which Sakura is starting to freak out. It's like, I'm going to die. She thinks back to Sasuke and Naruto. It's like, you got this? It's like, trust me, I got this. It's like, believe me. And it's like, trust. I believe in you. And Sakura's like, I believe in you. You believe in me. And that's how it goes. And they both rush in. It's like, get her. And she just does one hand sign. It's like, she's got to get another jutsu. No, she's not. And Tayuya puts another genjutsu on Sakura. And Jirobo's like, got you. It's like, what? It's a log. And then they're finally there's like a multiple of feathers like Kabuto did. That's Kabu, you think you can get us with that type of genjutsu? We are never going to all of a sudden, as the feathers are cut in half, more appears. Like, what is it? Instead of just infinitely producing, it's like, release. It's like, release. What is this? And it's like, I've layered. And Sakura's basically like, unlike most genjutsus, this one I just have to. Wow, technically, let me rephrase that sentence. The thing about genjutsu is it's involving imparting your chakra into someone else's body to control their senses. If you disrupt that chakra, then you disrupt the genjutsu. However, if you keep forcing chakra into it, the genjutsu persists. It's like, and Naruto is freaking out. Like, she's literally forcing the genjutsus to stay active. Now, granted, this is highly draining on Sakura, who only does a little bit left. It's like, you said I've never taken a life. That's true. But a ninja, in the world of ninja is never kind. It can be dark and bleak. And there's a first time, all of a sudden, for everything. All of a sudden, you just hear that. And finally, Tayuya breaks it. Oh, you see Jirobo there with a kunai in his throat. Just, and Sakura just, it's you will. And he just bleeds out. And she's hyped up on adrenaline, and she's also just breathing. Like, she's just trying not to process that she just killed a man, and she killed a man. Like, this is new to her. Like, oh god. Meanwhile, Naruto's getting ready focusing as much chakra as he can, one for all, and all that. And he's about to until he starts like, I can't move. What is this? Like, what is this? Because he took a shot from Ukon or Sokka at one point, because that's who they went after him. What's this? This is our ability. And it just sees like, what the hell? That's right. Me and my brother had the ability to merge ourselves with an individual. I become part of your body, and slowly and soon enough, I'm going to replace every cell in your body with mine until there's nothing left of you. And in the meantime, I have control of every part of your body, every little bit of it. To which he hears a voice in his head. Every bit. What was that? Your part merged with the brat. That means everything inside of him goes to you. I may hate this little ningen, but I will not allow you to take his body until I've been released. And because he's merged with Naruto, this is something because this is an idea that pops up every now and then, that the Nine-Tailed Fox could burn him out, and I believe that probably could work. But beyond that, an idea that never really shows up is the idea that because he's merged with Naruto, hypothetically, he could look inside Naruto's head. And because the fox chakra is in there, the fox suddenly appears in his head. It's like, hello, little worm. And Sokka's like, oh, get it out. And he literally just burns the brother out. Just, And Ukon's like, you. To which Naruto's now in his full one-tailed fox cloak with One for All activated. He's about as jacked as he can be, but the strain on his body, I only got one shot at this. He just fires up, and giant orange fist kind of like explodes in chakra. It's not really an attack. He's just kind of releasing his chakra. Plus wind, all that. And Naruto just kind of drops to his knee. Yeah. You knew you couldn't beat us even with that, so you just decided to give up. Taito's now regrouped with them. It's like, we've wasted enough time here. We need to take Sasuke now. It's like, shut up. We know that. We have no choice. We got to go at the second state too. They're already weakened as it is. We'll be able to rush them, knock him out, and just take them with us. Take him with us. Are you? And to which Naruto kind of just laughs. You sure about that? It's like, what? And all of a sudden, they say, like, what? You see Ambu are there, and the few Jonin that we know, plus the Okage. It's like, what? And they realize, that little son of a bitch. That's right. I wasn't going to try to kill you guys. I don't think I could at this point. But calling in the cavalry, that was well in my ability to do. They're all, to which Sasuke kind of like finally plops on his butt, like, they're all yours. And Sakura's nearly just collapsed on the ground a little bit, just, and then obviously she's got to deal with the fact she killed someone, which I have to believe within the 3 years between the end of Naruto Part 1 and Shippuden, every one of those shooting had a kill under their belt, at least. It's just ninja life. Unfortunately for the remaining Sound 3 now, they get overwhelmed quickly by the Ambu and are taken into custody. I even imagine Sakon probably is killed in the process, because he's probably the most likely to struggle. Taiguya would struggle too, but I know, it's sexist to say, but they might go easier on her because she's a woman. I don't know. And I say I do know that's sexist to say, but don't think that there isn't sexist tendencies in the world of Naruto. There definitely is. Anyway, I digress. So we end with the Sound 3 being taken in. That word comes that Sound 3 failed, and Orochimaru was just livid, and to curse you, old man, and curse you, all might. And we cut to the aftermath of it all. Everyone's recovering. Sakura's processing her first kill. Sasuke and Naruto thank her for everything. It's like, we wouldn't have been able to survive without you. Seriously, you are awesome, and you are our friend and a valued team member. And she does blush about that. Jiraiya comes to get Naruto and tell him about the 3-year training skip mission. All Might talks to Naruto one last time, saying, "Good luck. I won't be able to help you out there with any of the other users of All For One. The only other quirk I know about was the 4th quirk." Granted, remember, All Might did have to do research to find the fog quirk and he knows about fog too, but the fog quirk and the danger sense quirk, he did have to do research. We can make the argument, though, for this slightly alternate version of him that he knows about it. At least knows about them. And it's like, yeah, I think that maybe the danger set's right. That's maybe that's how I was feeling. I was feeling this sharp pain in my head during the fight. Yeah, and to which he does hear a voice. Yeah, you're not wrong, kid. That would have been me. Oh, hi. It's like, yeah, the fourth user, and I don't have his name up right now. Pleasure to meet you. And so Naruto says his goodbyes and goes off for his 3-year training with Jiraiya, learning more about One for All, the Nine Tails, strengthening himself as well. We will cut back to the time skip in part 9 on Sunday. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I have finally caught back up after missing a day. It is amazing how long it takes to catch up when you miss an entire day, particularly when you do a lot of videos on that particular day. I digress. Thanks for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you later.